Hello, everybody. Good morning, evening, afternoon, and midnight. My name is Amy, and this is yoga. For those of you just joining this channel, we do focus mostly on vinyasa yoga. We're going to go ahead and get started by taking a nice, comfortable, seated cross-legged position towards the center of the mat. Keep your collarbone open, shoulders down and back, and stacked over your hips. Make sure to keep your spine nice and long, palms up. Index finger to thumb. Inhale through your nose and exhale through your mouth. Inhale and exhale. Inhale, reach your arms up, spreading your fingers nice and wide. See if you can start to look up towards your hands. And exhale, release your arms down, looking down towards the mat, fingertips grazing the floor. Inhale, reach up. And exhale, release your arms down. Again, inhale, reach up. And exhale, release your right arm down, side stretching over to your right, really opening into your left side waist. Inhale through your nose. Exhale through your mouth. Inhale. And exhale, carve your left arm through. Inhale, open up your arms. And exhale, release your arms down. Inhale, reach up. Exhale, go ahead and release your left arm down, side stretching over to your left. Nice deep breaths. Inhale. Exhale, carve your right arm through. Release. Inhale, open up your arms, and exhale, release your arms down by your side. Inhale, reach your arms up. And this time, as you exhale, go ahead and fold over your seated cross-legged position. Try to keep your spine nice and long as you hinge at your hips. Take deep breaths. Inhale, walk your hands in and start to come to all fours or tabletop position. Try to keep your wrists below your shoulders, knees below your hips, and your fingers spread wide. Inhale, start to look up into a gentle back bend or cow, and exhale, round through to cat, tucking in your tailbone, warming up those core muscles. Inhale and exhale, deep breath. Inhale. Exhale. One last time. Inhale. Exhale, round through to cat and scoop through elbows, chest, then chin, and inhale into cow. Exhale, round through to cat, scoop through elbows, chest, then chin. Inhale into cow. Exhale, round through one more time, elbows, chest, then chin. Inhale into cow. And exhale, take your hips back to your heels with arms extended forward. Child's rest. Take deep breaths, inhaling through your nose, allowing the low back to expand, and exhaling through your mouth. And remember, if at any time our flow becomes too strenuous, you may certainly feel free to come back here to child's rest. Inhale, come to tabletop position. And exhale, around through to cat. Inhale into cow. Exhale, round through to cat. Inhale into cow. Exhale, round through. Inhale. Exhale, round through, elbows, chest, then chin. Inhale into cow. Exhale, elbows, chest, then chin. Inhale. Exhale, elbows, chest, then chin. Inhale. And exhale, back to extended child's rest for about 5 breaths. And remember, 1 breath is 1 inhalation and 1 exhalation. Inhale, back to tabletop. Exhale, round through to cat. Inhale into cow. Exhale, round through. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. And as you exhale, elbows, chest, and chin. Inhale to cow. Exhale, elbows, chest, and chin. Inhale into cow. Exhale, elbows, chest, chin. Inhale. And again, exhale, returning to child's rest for 5 breaths. Inhale back to tabletop position. And this time exhale right into it, elbows, chest, and chin. Inhale into cow. Exhale, elbows, chest, and chin. Inhale. One last time. Inhale. Exhale, round through, tucking in the tailbone and curl your toes under, knees and hips, coming up into downward facing dog. You do not have to have your legs fully extended. You could keep your knees bent here. You don't have to bring the heels all the way into the mat. What I want you to put your focus on is the elongation of your spine and the evenness of that asana. So I want you to try to keep your fingers and toes spread wide and your hands lined up with your shoulders and your feet lined up with your hips. Take deep breaths. And begin to walk the dog, rolling through your feet. Again, keeping the toes spread nice and wide. Getting a nice dynamic stretch for your plantar fascia, calves, Achilles. All the way into your hamstrings. All the way up to your sit bones. Inhale, hold downward facing dog. And as you exhale, go ahead and step your right foot forward between your hands and take your left knee down into the mat and release your toes. Inhale, reach your arms up. And exhale, lower your arms down. Again, inhale, reach up. And exhale, lower. One last time, inhale, reach. And exhale, release. Go ahead and walk your hands in, taking your hips back towards the left heel. Try to keep the hip stacked over that base knee and toes spread wide. You don't have to keep the leg fully extended here. Take deep breaths. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. And inhale. Walk your hands forward. Exhale. Downward facing dog. Inhale. And exhale. Walk the dog. Work with your breathing. Inhale through your nose, exhale through your mouth, switching sides, alternating between your feet. Inhale, hold, and exhale, step your left foot forward, right knee down. Inhale, arms come up, and exhale, lower the arms down. Again, inhale, exhale, inhale, exhale, and take your hips back, peeling the toes away from the mat. Again, you don't have to keep the leg fully extended. Nice deep breaths. Inhale, walk your hands forward. Exhale, downward facing dog. And again, walk the dog. Inhale, hold. Exhale, take your knees back into the mat, hips to heels, returning to child's rest. Again for 5 breaths. Inhale back to tabletop. Exhale, round through, elbows, chest, and chin. Inhale to cow. And again, exhale, inhale. One last time, exhale, inhale, and exhale. Back to downward facing dog, and walk the dog. Inhale, hold. Exhale, step your right foot forward, left knee down. Inhale, arms up. Exhale, arms down. Again, inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale, hips to heel. Lengthening into that right leg. Deep breaths. See if you can start to take the hips a little bit further back this time. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale, walk the hands back forward, returning to lunge. Exhale, downward facing dog. And walk the dog. Inhale, hold. Exhale, take the left foot forward, right knee to the mat. Inhale, arms up. Exhale, arms down. Again, inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale, take the hips back towards the heel, lengthening that front leg. Deep breaths. See if you can take the hips further back this time. Inhale, walk the hands forward. Exhale, downward facing dog. And again, walk the dog. Inhale, hold. Exhale, knees to the mat, hips to heels. Back to that child's rest. This time, inhale to tabletop and exhale, downward facing dog. And we're going to start to make our way into our sun salutations. Inhale, and as you exhale, step your right foot forward, lower the left knee down. Inhale, arms come up to low lunge, and exhale, lower the arms down. Inhale, curl the toes under, lift the left knee, and exhale, step forward, coming to forward fold. Inhale, come all the way up to standing, one vertebrae at a time. Reach your arms up, bring your palms together, and exhale, hands to Namaste. Inhale, arms come up, and exhale, swan dive. Inhale, step your right leg back. Exhale, right knee down. Inhale, arms come up to low lunge. And exhale, lower the arms down. Inhale, curl your toes under, lift your right knee. And exhale, downward facing dog. Inhale. Exhale, knees, elbows, chest, then chin. Inhale into your first baby cobra of this flow. Now, I want you to try to keep your shoulder blades or scapula together. Inhale. Exhale, lower your brow down to the mat. Inhale, tabletop. And exhale, child's rest for 5 breaths. Inhale, tabletop. Exhale, downward facing dog. Inhale. Exhale, step your right foot forward, right knee down. Inhale, reach your arms up. Exhale, lower the arms down. Inhale, curl your toes under, lift the back knee. Exhale, step forward, coming back to forward fold. Inhale, arms come up, bring your palms together. And exhale, hands to heart center. Namaste. Inhale, arms come up. Exhale, swan dive forward. Inhale, step that left leg back. Exhale, left knee down. Inhale, arms come up. Exhale, arms down. Inhale, curl your toes under, lift your left knee. Exhale, downward facing dog. Inhale, exhale, knees, elbows, chest, then chin. Scoop through and inhale to baby cobra for a couple of breaths. Inhale, exhale, lower your brow down. Inhale, tabletop. And exhale, child's rest for 5 breaths. Inhale back to tabletop and exhale, downward facing dog. Inhale, and this time as you exhale, step the right foot forward and you're going to quarter turn over to your left, coming into a nice wide stance. Now, you could either have your torso halfway up, or you can lower your crown down towards the floor, releasing into that wide stance forward fold. Or if you need to take your feet a little bit further apart and release the elbows down, that's another option. Listen to your body. Inhale, exhale, reach the right arm up. See if you can look up towards your top hand. And then from here, inhale, come all the way up. Reach your left arm up and exhale, tip forward. Inhale, right arm up and reach. Exhale, inhale, exhale, inhale, exhale, lower the right arm down. Inhale, walk your hands over to the right, coming back to your lunge position. And exhale, see if you can take your hips all the way back into your left heel, flexing the right foot, deep breaths. If you'd like to get a little bit deeper opening into the upper back, see if you can reach to the outside of your right foot with your left hand. Breathe deeply. Inhale, walk your hands forward, coming back to lunge position. And exhale, downward facing dog for 5 breaths. Inhale, exhale, walk your feet to the top of your mat, coming into your forward fold. Really relax the back of your neck here. Inhale, exhale, clasp your elbows, gently swing from side to side. Inhale, hold. Exhale, lower your arms down. Inhale all the way up to standing. Now we're going to go ahead and turn to face the back of the mat. Inhale, reach your arms up. And exhale, swan dive forward, returning to forward fold. Inhale, walk your hands back forward, coming back to downward facing dog. And breathe deeply. Acknowledging the evenness of downward dog, even glute distribution, fingers and toes spread wide. Inhale, exhale, step your left foot forward and lower the right knee down. Inhale, go ahead and turn over to your right, coming back to that wide stance forward fold. Again, either relax and loosen the back of your neck with your hands into the mat, or come halfway up, or if you would rather, take your feet a little further apart and release the elbows down. You may certainly feel free to do so here as well. Take deep breaths. Inhale, reach your left arm up this time. Exhale, inhale, reach. Exhale, inhale, exhale. Inhale last time, exhale, fold. Inhale, exhale, lower the left arm down. Inhale, exhale, turn to your left, coming back to your lunge position. Inhale, reach your arms up. And exhale, fold, take the hips back. See if you can take your hips all the way back into your heel. Foot flexed. And again, if you need to keep the knee bent, you may certainly feel free to do so here. If you need to get a deeper stretch into the upper back, see if you can reach the right hand to the outside of the left foot. Inhale, walk your hands forward, coming back to lunge. And exhale, downward facing dog. Breathe deeply. Inhale. Exhale, walk your feet forward, coming back to forward fold. Inhale all the way up to standing. Reach your arms up. Exhale, fold forward. Clasp your elbows, gently swing from side to side, releasing into either side of the low back. Inhale, hold. Exhale, arms down. And go ahead and come all the way back up to standing. Now from here, we're going to focus on our balance. So if you have a wall to utilize from here, you may certainly feel free to use the wall to adjust and modify into that balanced posture. Or if you have like a chair to hold on to, you may certainly feel free to do so as well with the chair. However, I would caution, make sure that your chair is secure. So we're going to go ahead and start to roll through the right foot and the left foot. And place your hands on your hips. Try to keep your hips nice and level. Inhale, and as you exhale, begin to lift your left heel up, shifting your weight over onto your right leg. Inhale. And exhale. From here, if you would like to take this further, go ahead and take your left foot to the inside of your right ankle. Now, this is completely optional. If you would rather keep your toes into the mat, you may feel free to do so as well. Remember, this is for you, so really listen to your body. Inhale. Exhale. Now we have the option of taking the foot just above the right knee. Make sure that you're not resting your foot directly against the knee. And see if you can take the left knee further back so that it's lined up with your hip. Inhale. Exhale, take your hands to heart center. Soften your gaze. And often with balanced postures, it helps to find something in the distance to fix your gaze upon. Make sure to release your brow. Deep breaths. And taking your time, finding your balance. Inhale, reach your arms up. And I want you to see if you can take your arms back by your ears. So essentially, you're really lengthening and pulling into your body. So I want you to pretend that there is a string attached to your fingertips and pulling your arms straight up towards the sky. Inhale. Exhale, take your hands to heart center. And go ahead and release. And roll through that right foot. Switching sides, now we're shifting our weight to that left leg. And go ahead and lift the right heel up, hands on your hips. Again, try to keep from tipping your hips from one side to the other. And really soften your brow. Inhale. Exhale, we have the option of taking the right foot to the inside of the left ankle. Try to keep the knee lined up with the hip. Inhale. Exhale. We have the option of taking that foot just above the knee. Again, try to keep the knee lined up with the hip. Inhale and exhale, hands to heart center. Don't forget your breathing. Inhale, reach your arms up. Again, try to keep your arms back by your ears. Inhale and exhale, release. And go ahead and roll through that base leg. And start to turn to face the top of your mat. Inhale, reach your arms up, and exhale, fold. Inhale, walk your hands forward, returning to your downward facing dog. This time as you exhale, go ahead and lower the hips halfway down to a high plank position. In plank, keep in mind that your neck is lined up with your spine. It's all connected. So if you start to draw your chin to your chest, what's going to happen is your hips are going to have a tendency to come up. I want you to try to keep everything lined up. Try to look to the top of your mat. Inhale. Exhale. Lower your knees down and bring your hips back to your heels. Returning to child's rest. Start to take your fingertips towards the nape of your neck, extending your elbows forward and towards the top of the mat. You should feel a release from your elbows going all the way down into the upper back and reaching all the way down into your glutes and into your hips. Inhale, exhale, take your forearms down to the mat. Release your hands. Inhale, lift the hips forward and see if you can start to look forward towards the top of your mat. Shoulder blades or scapula drawn together. Press up and through the shoulders. From here, inhale, lengthen the right leg back, followed by the left leg, coming into a dolphin plank. Again, press up and through the shoulders. Try to keep your spine nice and long, looking to the top of your mat. Inhale. Exhale, tip the hips over to the right. Breathe deeply. Inhale, center, and exhale, tip the hips over to the left. Couple of breaths. Inhale, center. And exhale, knees to the mat, hips to heels, extended child's rest, fingertips towards the top of your mat. Inhale, tabletop position. And exhale, downward facing dog for 5 breaths. See if you can begin to lengthen the legs just a little bit more. See if you can start to release the heels into the mat. Inhale. Exhale, bring your hips halfway down, coming back to high plank position, looking towards the top of the mat. Inhale. Exhale, knees down, hips, heels, and extend your elbows forward. Fingertips reaching towards the nape of your neck. Deep breaths. Inhale, lift your hips, forearms to the mat. Start to look forward. Really think about pressing up and through your shoulders. Lengthen your right leg back, followed by your left leg, coming back to dolphin plank for a couple of breaths. Inhale. Exhale, tip your hips over to the right for 2 breaths. Inhale, center. Exhale, tip to the left for 2 breaths. Inhale, center, and exhale, knees to the mat, hips to heels, extended child's rest. Inhale, tabletop position. Exhale, downward facing dog. Again for 5 breaths. Inhale, exhale, lower the hips halfway down to high plank. Inhale, exhale, knees to the mat, hips to heels, fingertips reaching towards the nape of your neck with elbows extended. Breathe deeply. Inhale, lift your hips, forearms to the mat, gaze comes forward. Really think about pulling your shoulder blades together while at the same time press up and through the shoulders. So what that means is I want you to try to keep from sinking down. Really press up and through and lock the muscles of your upper back in place. Inhale, lengthen back the right leg, followed by the left leg, returning to dolphin plank for a couple of breaths. Inhale, exhale, hips over to the right. Inhale, exhale, hips over to the left. Inhale, exhale, knees to the mat, hips to heels, coming back to that child's rest. Inhale to tabletop position and exhale, cross your ankles, push away from the mat, coming into a nice, comfortable seated cross-legged position. From here, gather your knees towards your chest, take your feet forward and use the strength of your arms to come into the center of your mat. Release all the way down to supine position. Now from here, begin to windshield wiper the knees from side to side, releasing the hips a little bit. And go ahead and take your knees to center. See if you can walk your heels closer to your hips. And from here, we have the option of either taking the arms overhead or taking your arms down by your side or binding your heels. From here, inhale and exhale, lift the hips one vertebrae at a time all the way up and away from the mat. And at the top, inhale and exhale, release the hips all the way back down one vertebrae at a time. Inhale. Exhale, lift. Inhale, exhale, lower. And again, inhale, exhale, lift, and hold here. And either keep binding your heels or arms by your side, or you could take the arms overhead, or for another option, see if you can roll the shoulders under, interlace the fingers into bridge. We're going to stay here for 5 breaths. Allowing the abdomen to rise and fall upon every inhalation and exhalation. Inhale, exhale, release your arms, lower the hips all the way back down into the mat. And take your knees to your chest, hugging your knees in tight to release the glutes and low back. If you would like to stay here, you may certainly feel free to do so. Otherwise, we do have the option of drawing the knees wide towards the shoulders and binding the toes into happy baby. Go ahead and release your feet down into the mat. And making our way into our Shavasana, slide out your right heel, followed by your left. Arms are open, palms up, chest open. Soften your eyes and allow your eyes to drift closed. Really think about letting go of all the tension that may remain throughout your entire body, from your fingertips traveling all the way down to your toes. And really think about letting go of any residual strenuous thoughts. Feel as though your mind is drifting towards the sky and your body is sinking deep within the earth. Let go and focus only on your breathing. If you would like to stay in Shavasana a little bit longer, you may feel free to do so. Otherwise, we're going to start to bring ourselves back into our environment by wiggling our fingers and toes. Slide in your right heel, followed by your left. Roll over onto your side. And go ahead and take your base arm underneath your ear. Eyes remain closed. Transitioning into our fetal position. We're going to stay here for a few breaths. Begin to use the strength of your arms to come all the way up, allowing your eyes to drift open. Come back into our simple seated cross-legged position. Palms up, index finger to thumb. Inhale through your nose. Exhale through your mouth. Inhale, reach your arms up. Bring your palms together. And exhale, release your hands to heart center. Namaste. Thank you guys so much for joining me. And I do apologize. I'm starting to lose my voice a little bit. So thank you very, very much for your patience. And of course, if you have any areas of your body that you would like for us to focus on the most, feel free to drop a comment below. And of course, like and subscribe. And don't forget to hit that notification button. Peace, everybody. Have a wonderful week. Take care.